This morning's Breakfast Bible Bites comes from Psalm 79, verses 4 through 7. It was prophetic then, but it is as if it were written today about yesterday's news. Verse 4 of 79 reads, "We have become a reproach to our neighbors, a scoffing and a derision to those around us." Even those neighbors who were equally oppressed openly reproached Israel with chiding and scoffs. The ridicule and the derision bit to the bone, offering as much or more of a festering wound than did the swords and the spears of the victors. The psalmist writes those surrounding communities who have escaped the disaster that has befallen Israel make a mockery of us. They fling our tragedy into our face and ask believers, "Where is your God?" Their logic that forms such an affront finds its origin in those who suffer more than ordinary calamities must have been extraordinary sinners. Verse 5 of 79 reads, "How long, O Lord? Will you be angry forever? Will your jealousy burn like a fire?" The phrase should not be read as impertinent or impudent or impatient. Rather, it is a language similar to that of most God-fearing people. Those who recognize God's hand of judgment question only the extent of God's jealousy, expressing their anxiety for deliverance, since the heavy trials seem as if they would never end. The prophet Nahum in chapter 1 and verses 2 and 3 reads, "The Lord is a jealous God filled with vengeance and wrath. He takes revenge on all who oppose him and continues to rage against his enemies. The Lord is slow to get angry, but his power is great, and he never lets the guilty go unpunished. He displays his power in the whirlwind and the storm. The billowing clouds are the dust beneath his feet." Verse 6 of 79 reads, "Pour out your wrath upon the nations which do not know you, and upon the kingdoms which do not call upon your name." The prayer is that the wrath of God might be poured out upon those who do not know you, who are strangers to your way of mercy and compassion, or are simply enemies of your special possession, Israel. It does not appear to be an imprecatory prayer for vengeance or revenge. Rather, it is a plea for justice. "Spare thy children and strike thy foes." There are times when the reprimand of God deals more harshly with the righteous than those of the wicked. Verse 7 of 79 reads, "For they have devoured Jacob and laid waste his habitation. These pagan invaders have all but devoured the land of Israel, the promised home of the progeny of Jacob. The callous assailants left no food for man or beast. The tender mercies of the wicked are at best cruel."